Well, hi everyone. Today we are in Mount Joy, Lancaster County, and we're headed to the Mount Joy Gift and Thrift. And I see right there on their sign that red tags today are 50% off. So let's check out this thrift shop. And this thrift shop is a nonprofit. They are open Monday through Saturday, closed on Sundays. And proceeds go to help global relief. So let's head on in and check out the Mount Joy Gift and Thrift. So Mount Joy Gift and Thrift is not on that Lancaster County thrift shop map, but it is located right off of Route 772. And this is a new location since March of 2025. It's a bigger location. And it looks like a big building, and there's plenty of nice parking here. Oh, and what a nice space. Look how pretty this is. Nice and wide open, plenty of space to walk through. And it's so pretty. My first impression is it's like a regular kind of retail store. Look at this pretty box, $23. Looks like a hand-painted box. Here's a neat wine bottle holder, a rooster. That's really cool. That's $11. And there's some pretty china, and then look at all this glassware and dishes and china sets. Some nice large glasses, $1 each. This is a pretty china set. I love the flowers and leaves. And $50 for 15 pieces. It's called Desert Rose. I really like that. That's so pretty. Lots of pretty china, and it looks like they have all their spring china out with all the flowers. Here's a section of Temptations. If you like Temptations, they have a whole section here labeled. This is $55. That's really cute. Here's a Temptations mug. And that says $7. And look at these. I love these glass fruit plates. How pretty. And then they also have coffee pots, coffee makers, a lot of coffee supplies, Keurig holders, lots of cups and tumblers. And I see a Starbucks cup, $3. They're expensive at Starbucks. That's a good deal. A lot of good cups and mugs and stuff like that. Here's hand-painted glasses and stemware. These are pretty glass. Oh, I like these. These are really pretty. And these are $2 each. I love glass stuff. And here's a rolling pin and a pretty hand-painted squirrel pot. That's really cool. They have some gardening supplies. Star Wars geeky tikis, $5 each. I think they're cool. I like them. And then I like these owls. They have some owl mugs. Super cute. And also tons of other kinds of mugs. Here's some Corningware and baking dishes. This Corningware, this is a $7 one. And this is a nice big baking dish. Where are you, price tag? Here it is, $50 for this container, or this baking dish. And there's lots of pots and pans in all sizes and shapes. A lot of stainless stuff in this section. And look at this neat serving dish. I like that. This is $11. It's nice and heavy too. And here's neat thermoses. These are some big thermoses, and they're good prices. And here's some insulated bags and lunch bags. This is Vera Bradley, and that's $7. That's a great price for that insulated lunch bag. Some cute lunch totes and things like that here. And then lots and lots of Tupperware. There's a big stock pot. Lots of canning materials here as well. A lot of mason jars in all sizes. So a lot of good canning stuff if you guys do canning. And here's a lot of storage containers. Tons and tons of sizes, shapes. And in this same aisle is a big section of cookbooks. A lot of good cookbooks here. Wild game cookbooks. $2.50 and $1.50. And then here's a section of dishcloths, dish towels, tablecloths and placemats. Everything is super clean, neat, and well marked. There's a silverware organizer. It's really big for $7. That's pretty nice. And let's check out over here. Look at all these neat things. Here's some new cutting boards. Locally made cutting boards. They're beautiful. So, you know, gift and thrift. They have some, it looks like new items, and then they have some thrift shop items. So a little bit of both, which is cool. Here's a bunch of wine openers, the corkscrew things, and then here's some pretty silver serving things. This is $9. So a lot of pretty things here. And here's a whole set. This is Mikasa 28 pieces for $40. That's really nice. I feel like that's a good deal for all of that. And it's real pretty. Kind of goes with everything. Here's lots and lots of sets of china. Look how pretty these are. I love, this is a huge set. $150 for 75 pieces. Here's Pampered Chef. They have another whole section of just Pampered Chef stuff. And that's nice quality items. So if you like Pampered Chef, they got it here. Look at these pretty little bowls. I like them. $3. They're really pretty. And then over here, there's lots of Easter colored vases and glasses. This is $2 for this vase. That's a really pretty purple glass. Lots of neat things here. A lot of Easter things out now, which is awesome. A lot of cute Easter decor. I love Easter bunny things. This is cute, a salt and pepper shaker, carrot, and the bunny. That's really cute. I don't see a price on this, but that's super cute. Oh, here it is, $3. That's awesome. Here they have a section of Longaberger baskets, and everything is really super clearly labeled, which is nice. So they have some, if you like Longaberger, they have a lot of those baskets here. Check out back here. It looks like they have some, you know, here's an air fryer, toaster oven, some miscellaneous small appliances. Here's some mini crock pots, $5. That's really cute. They have a couple of them, some mixers, a lot of baking supplies, and, you know, a lot of just small appliances. Here's a blender, a lot of good stuff. Here's a nice mixing bowl set and mixer, $50. Some aprons. And over here they have a whole section of candles and candle holders, tons of them. So that's fun. And there's battery operated candles and regular candles, and then lots of vases and glassware. I really love seeing all the purples. $2 for that vase. That's pretty. A lot of pretty colors to choose from. Here's some spring and Easter decorations. Look at this pretty bowl. I love that. That's $5. There's the matching water or the vase to go along with it. And here's more Easter decor. Cute bunnies. $5 for him. A lot of fun things to choose from. Oh, he's cute. I like the chick with the Easter bunny ears. And this bunny's cute. $5 for him. And this one is also $5. They would look really cute together. And here's some garden flags, some miscellaneous garden flags. And let's check out this one here. See if we can find the price for the flamingo. That's $3. This cabinet has some collectibles. Here's General and Mrs. Dwight Eisenhower collectible plate. That's pretty neat. Some really pretty china. Oh, and here's Peter Rabbit. I love Peter Rabbit. These are adorable. This bowl is $6.50. And here's another plate. So they have some really pretty collectibles in this cabinet here. Here's some Pennsylvania and Amish scenery cups and mugs. That's pretty cool. And that's $1.50 for that. And it's a heavy cup there. Some draft horses pulling a wagon. That's pretty. $6.50. So some unique items. Some more owls. I like owls. They always draw my attention. This section has some antique or, retro things. This is a neat Coca-Cola ice bucket. $9.99. That's pretty cool. I like that. And look at all the artwork on the walls. They have a lot of artwork, and it's so nicely displayed here. Lamps and lots of artwork. $8 for that pretzel painting. So if you want a little Lancaster County souvenir, there's a soft pretzel painting. Adventure awaits. A lot of Easter decorations. There's some more Easter bunnies on the shelves. So it's just really attractive displays that they have here. They do a great job. Lots of spring decorations. Here's a cute little bunny for $2. So a lot of good prices. I like this little dog. It looks like he's a little hand-painted dog. And he is $4. Over here this is a Himalayan salt lamp for $12 that you plug in. And look at this pretty stained glass wall hanging. Here's some artwork if you're a biker. There's some cool bike things to hang on your walls. This is like a antique train, $9.99. And this section here has like reds and maroon colors. This is a pretty red glass serving dish. And look at this neat leather bag. It's really cool. Monogrammed. I like that. Here's a trunk full of some artwork. So here's the Monet Starry Night for $14.99. So if you like that, that's a pretty good deal. And pretty frames too. So lots of nice artwork. That's pretty. I like that. It's kind of like folk art. And that price is only $6.50. That's actually really nice. And this wall has more wall hangings, pictures, metal art. Here's a cool clock. That's really neat. And that is $18 with some hand painting on it. So yeah, Mount Joy Gift and Thrift. That's a pretty neat sign. So let's head back to this section, which is where all the clothing is. We haven't even gotten to the clothing part. So here's clothing there to the left. And then over to the right looks like more. Here's some collectibles and some Easter stuff. Lots of cute collectibles on these shelves. You never know what you'll see, do you, at these thrift shops? It's so fun. Over on this wall, there's a large section of ribbons. They're really pretty, $3.99. Lots of handmade ribbons, it looks like. And some, wrapping stuff for wrapping gifts. Here's some Easter eggs, $2 for this bag. And I saw another big container that had a ton of Easter eggs. We'll check that out on our way out. But yeah, lots of good things here. Here's some more Easter stuffed animals and cute little bunnies to sit around your house. Wow, they have tons of awesome Easter things. Look at all these cute Easter bunny stuffed animals. Let's just take a look at this one. He's $5, and they have so many different ones to choose from. This is a great shop. It is really big in here. Definitely allows some time to check everything out. Oh, wow, and back here they actually have a Christmas little area with Christmas decorations. So if you want to check out Christmas, around Easter time, they have that here, which is pretty cool. I'm assuming since it's March, that they keep the Christmas area out all year long. And that's $2 for that cute snow globe. And over here, some more Christmas, and I also see some fall stuff for sale. These are cool stocking holders, and they're heavy, and it looks like they light up. $5. That's actually pretty neat. Okay, let's walk back to the back of this building, and they have dish towels and some table runners and tablecloths for Christmas back here. Lots of really cute things. Pot holders, brand new pot holders for $1. Good deals back here. And then Back here they have, it looks like some puzzles and games section. Lots of baskets, miscellaneous baskets. Oh, look at this neat one. This kind of looks like an Easter egg, but it's wooden. That's actually really cool, really unique. And that's $4. And it's, wooden. That's pretty neat. Lots of games for the kiddos back here. This one is $2.50. Hungry, Hungry Hippos. That was one of my kids' favorites. And some toys. Here's some Batman and Spider-Man. And then back here, it looks like some miscellaneous things. There's CDs, vacuums, DVDs. There's $1 DVD for Easter. That's cool. You can't beat that price. Some books. There's Dr. Phil. So a little bit of this and that back in this section. Some sporting goods. There's some tennis rackets. Lots of collectible dolls up on this top shelf here. This one is a red tag, $5. I forgot about the red tags are half off, so it's $2.50 for her. And then there's more wall hangings and lots of fabrics. And here's some rugs. $15 for this rug, and they're all nicely rolled up. Everything is super neat and clean in this shop. Here's some more rugs, bath mats. This one's $3. Here's some quilts and blankets. That's really pretty. I like all the colors in that one. And then over here they have lots of sheets and everything is marked. These are twin sheets. And this set is $3 for the twin. $5. They have all different kinds of patterns and prices and stuff like that. All sizes. Here's a red tag, so that'll be half off. So definitely a lot of good stuff. On this back wall, they have yarns, and it looks like for knitting and sewing. So a lot of good stuff back here for that. Then they have like a big craft section. Look at all these stamps. Tons and tons of stamps. Look at this big fairy stamp. That's actually really cool. $1. Those stamps are expensive. This is a big one too. So definitely check out their craft section if you like to do crafts. Some sparkles and glitter and sequins and stuff like that. Lots of good crafting materials, beads. So yeah, definitely check out the craft section if you're a crafter. Lots of good deals back here. Here's a lot of hand towels and bath towels. $1.50 for this one. So lots of colors to choose from. Everything is just, I have to say, for the amount of things that are in here, this is just a really nice store, how organized and clean and tidy everything is. And they also make it feel homey in here. It's just a nice shopping experience. Here's a whole section of backpacks and reusable bags, all colors and prices. This is a cool like leopard print for $1, a reusable bag. That's awesome. I actually like that. A lot of bags back here. Here are the men's shoes, and there's lots of shoes to check out if you're a man looking for some shoes at a good price. We'll just check out a couple random items in the men's department. Like here's a pair of, oh, this is a red tag too, so that's $3. $1.50 for those shorts. Here's a nice pair of plaid shorts, and $3.50. That's a good deal. Here's the men's short sleeve shirts, and we'll just pick this random one. It's like a, polo shirt kind of, button down shirt, and it's a red tag, and it's $4.50. So $2.25 for that shirt today. It's a nice looking shirt, and they have lots of them to choose from. Here's a sweatshirt, All You Need Is Love, for $4.50. $6 for this nice jacket, nice lightweight jacket for the springtime. And then over here, you can see all of the men's socks and hats and stuff like that. Lots of belts. Here's an Eagles hat. Let's see what this ball cap is. And that's $2. So that's a good price for that. Actually, I think that was $2.50, but still great, really good prices here. All right, let's walk over to the women's and look at this neat outfit. This is $5 for this. That's pretty cool. And they have a lot of like fancy dresses and formal attire. This is a red dress. This is half off. It's a red tag. And the price on this, if I can get it, is $10. So that would be $5 today. And here's a nice dress for $4.50. That's really cute. And just like the rest of the store, everything is marked well in the clothing department. There's robe section, and here's nightgown section. And look at this cute llama nightgown. And it's a red tag, so you could get that llama nightgown for $2.50 today. That's super cute. Over here, you have tons and tons of jeans. Everything is labeled and clean and marked well. Look at these cute plaid pants. And that's would be $2 today. They're adorable. These are also cute pants, Gloria Vanderbilt pants, and they are $4. They're super cute. And look at these camo ones. They are new with tags for $25. So it looks like some new things, some used things, you know, different prices. And then they have lots of cute things up top on the shelves. Lots of jackets and sweatshirts. Here's a nice little button-down jacket, and it's another red tag. And it's Eddie Bauer, and that is, I think that's $5. So that would be $2.50. That's awesome. And look at all this stuff. So there's tons of great clothing for women and men here. This is a cute little shirt, and this one is $3. So $3.50. Lots of cute things here. Lots and lots of stuff. We'll just check out one more women's top. Here's an Under Armour athletic shirt, and that is $3.50. So really good deals here. Definitely highly recommend this shop. And then they also have juniors and kids department, and the same thing. Everything is super clean, well marked. Look, here's another red tag, so you can get some good deals. $2 for those jeans. Can't beat that. Cute spring sweater, $5.50. I think that's what that says. Yep, $5.50. So that's really cute and a great price. Lots of good kids clothing. Here's the girls section. And we'll just look here real quick. Here's a pretty girls formal dress, or you could use it for, you know, wear that for Easter. $6.50 for that pretty dress. Here's a big bin of Easter eggs, like the plastic Easter eggs that you can fill. And this bag, $1 for all these Easter eggs. This big bag here is $2.50. So lots of good Easter egg deals. Let's check this last section out. This is the accessory area, and they have awesome stuff. They have some cool sunglasses at great prices here. So you can't beat that for some sunglasses. Over here are women's shoes and sandals, and they have lots of really cool shoes here at really good prices. So definitely check this section out. Look how cute this bag is with the flower. I love that. $4.50. That is adorable. I don't need any more purses, but I really like that. And look at this, $18. That's a really cute fabric, like a drawstring bag. So yeah, definitely they have really good accessories. $5 for that little like change purse type thing. Some Vera Bradley things here. This is a nice bag, $25. And I love those washable fabric bags. These are so cool. That's a nice one too. So yeah, definitely check that out. $18. And then look at these cute shoes. Lots of cute shoes and sandals. All the spring and summer shoes and sneakers and sandals. These are super cute, and they are $6.50. So they're really nice. Those are cute too. $25. And lastly, we'll check out these back walls, and they have lots of jewelries and accessories. Here's a lot of clip-on earrings, and they have pierced earrings. So lots of good stuff to choose from at good prices. Well, this was a great thrift shopping adventure. I love this store. They have so many things here, and it's all so neat and clean and just a pleasant shopping experience. Plus, it goes to a good cause. So if you're around the Mount Joy area, stop in at the Mount Joy Gift and Thrift, open Monday through Saturday. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you on the next one.